Hello, one and all. This might be my Academia, chapter 314, the lovely Lady Nagant. And I've got to say, this chapter might have turned Lady Nagant into one of my favorite characters in this entire freaking series. I've been wondering for so long why in this here society it throws fame and adoration and fame and money at heroes. Have we never seen a truly corrupt hero who exploits systems to get more money, to get more fame? And even when it came to Stain, even when it came to the freaking hero killer, his targets always seemed so random. And yes, he wasn't going after corrupt heroes, but if you're going to kill heroes, why not kill the more corrupt ones? Why not kill the more evil ones? I mean, Ingenium is one of the nicest heroes you will ever meet in your entire freaking life. Well, the answer is because Lady Nagant killed all the corrupt heroes, eliminating them and their crime from hero society, from the public knowledge, because the public can't know that heroes can be corrupt. The public can't know that heroes committed crimes because it would shake the very bedrock of hero society, and I freaking love it. I mean, the first chapter of the series really did depict the world as a heroic utopia. I mean, yes, there's a difference between those with power and those without, but that's true for any society, fictional or not. Not all men are born equally. There's difference in skills, stats, power that just cannot be overcome no matter how much effort you put into it. So that's not that surprising, but the rest of it, it all looked amazing, it all looked perfect. But with each arc of the series, we've seen another piece of the facade fade away and started seeing the truth behind hero society. It is horrible. It is monstrous. It is terrible. I mean, the faith in heroes is the very bedrock of it. The people need to believe that heroes are perfect and amazing and infallible and above them, not just to deter villains, but also to deter vigilantes, to stop people from using their own quirk, to stop people from using their own abilities to fight back, to defend themselves, to protect themselves, because that would just lead to, chaos and anarchy and insanity. I mean, we've seen that in the last couple chapters. As people tried to use their quirks to defend themselves, it just went so very, very badly, escalating the situation completely and utterly out of control, because they didn't have the training necessary to fight back properly. And in order to protect that faith in hero society, the government had Lady Nagant murder person after person, killing dozens and dozens of people until her hands were literally covered in blood, until she was afraid to reach out and touch the hand of a child because she was worried she would get blood on them, that she would corrupt them. Oh god, that was heartbreaking. That was so utterly, utterly heartbreaking. Especially in that one shot we got of her when she was first recruited by the government. And she would look so happy and so excited to be a helping role, to be a member of hero society, to be able to protect people. Only to find out that it all went so badly. And the very second she begins to question her job, she begins to question if what she's doing is right. Even after two decades of work as their assassin, she's told, I'm sure you're quite aware, this isn't a job you can simply walk away from. And the man that recruited her goes to pull a gun, goes to murder her, but she's faster. She murders him in his own office, and it gets covered up. The head of the safety commission is murdered, and no one is made aware of that. Just the insanity, the espionage, the secrecy of that. That's essentially the equivalent of the head of the FBI being murdered by one of his own agents in his own office, and them just covering it up, them just sweeping it under the rug, and then framing the agent for a completely unrelated murder, which he may or may not have done. That's a little bit unclear. Seriously, nobody knew the head of the Safety Commission, the most important government agency in all of Japan as far as we can tell, was murdered because hero society could not exist. Hero society could not continue to exist if people started to doubt it like that. Oh my god, hero society sucks. Hero society truly sucks. I mean, this is a freaking dystopia. This entire society is broken in every way imaginable. But the saddest part is, it's probably the best case scenario. I mean, seriously, we've seen that, when faith in heroes is broken, the people start fighting for themselves, and it ends very, very badly. The faith in heroes is needed to keep things going. So what's the alternative? What else can they do here to make things work, to make society actually function when everyone has freaking superpowers? I just don't know, and neither does Deku. I mean, he's been fighting all this time under the belief that if he beats All For One, if he beats the source of evil, then everything will go back normal. Everything will be okay again, but nothing was ever okay in hero society. It's always been broken, and there's just no easy solution, no real way to fix it, but he believes that if he keeps moving forward, if he keeps extending a helping hand, if he keeps fighting to protect the people, eventually, somehow, some way, he will fix things. He'll make society a better place, which, alright, I mean, that's a better scenario than most have. I mean, Lady Nagant is joining All for One simply because she knows that society he creates is going to be probably just as bad as the old society, but at least she'll have a better place and at least it'll be more transparent. And there won't have to be someone like her who's covered in blood of heroes and villains alike in order to keep everyone smiling and happy, in order to essentially keep everyone brainwashed into believing that hero society works. And I'm actually rather hopeful Lady Nagant is going to change sides, that she's going to join up with Deku and help him in battle against All for One, help him in creating a better hero society. I mean, she is not a bad person. Yeah, she's a trained killer, but the government kind of did that to her when she was a child, younger than even Deku, I think, which, oh god, that's so utterly, utterly heartbreaking. I mean, seriously, a shot of her as a child, it really just makes me want to cry. And, she was so happy and so excited when the children ran up to her to shake her hand. She was like, oh, children, you know what, just for you as a special treat, I'm going to let you shake my hand, and just so disturbed when she saw it was covered in blood. I mean, metaphorically covered in blood, but, she does love the kids. She does want to protect the people. I mean, she did save Overhaul, though now she seems to be using him as a hostage, which is interesting. I mean, did she save him just to use him as a hostage? That seems unlikely. Anyone could be picked off the street that could be a better hostage than him, the one of the worst criminals in all of Hero Society. So, I don't know. I'm rather curious about that. Also, what's with his mental state right now? I mean, he says, you done yet? Gotta get to the boss. He seems okay. I mean, more clear than he was in the past, but still kind of crazy. I think the boss, still hates him. What exactly is he planning on doing to the boss? Does he want to go apologize to him? Or is he just like in some sort of daze, like, I gotta get to the boss, Gotta get to the boss. I gotta go to the boss. I gotta go see the boss again. I mean, I'm not sure about this. I would like to see some sort of Overhaul redemption arc in some way. I mean, I know it's very unlikely Overhaul is like an awful, awful human being, but his time in prison, losing his arms, I can definitely see it breaking him, or at the very least, making him hate Shigaraki enough where he agrees to team up with Deku so they can go, get revenge and murder him, or stop him somehow, some way. And again, I would just really, really love to see Eri have to fix his arms, have to undo the damage Shigaraki did to him, allowing him to become the same man who, caused so much damage to her. Oh, that'd be amazing. That'd be so utterly heartbreaking and amazing. I'd love to see it. But anyway, back to Lady Nagant. I'm actually rather confused about this expression she's making in the last page. I mean, she seems shocked, afraid, angry. I mean, is she, upset with herself for using someone as a human shield, using someone as a hostage like this? Or is she surprised that Deku knows who Chisaki is? I mean, I'm really not sure what to make from this expression here. She just seems confused or something. I'm guessing next chapter is going to be Deku, rushing in to try and save Overhaul, and she'll realize, wow, this Deku kid, he truly is a hero, trying to save even the villains. I don't think that'll necessarily be enough for her to switch sides, for her to realize that, maybe she's working with Deku instead, but definitely be a good step. Anyway, let's talk a little bit more about Deku this chapter. He's definitely interesting. I mean, he jumped through a freaking building last chapter. I'm still very, very confused by that. But according to Lady Nagant, he got faster somehow. So is the third quirk, the La Fang thing, is it speed? Does it make him faster instead, allowing him to, move through the building faster? Or is it just strength boost, allowing him to push and jump higher? I'm really, really unclear about that. And I definitely would like that to be, better explained at some point down the road. But anyway, it turns out using a third quirk in the middle of battle against a super deadly assassin when he never practiced with it before was a really, really bad move, as he messes up the timing between them and allows her to go free. Oh, poor Deku, poor Deku. And now, she's really aware of how strong he is, how capable he is, and she's not going to hold back anymore. I mean, seriously, it looks like she's rapid firing bolts at him. What kind of sniper can rapid fire? That's terrifying. That's really, truly terrifying. And then we saw him use the fifth quirk, Black Whip, in a whole new way. I mean, seriously, I said in my last video I thought the second quirk had to be, some sort of firing thing, some sort of projectile thing, because it doesn't have anything that can really, work over long distances. No! Apparently the fifth quirk works over a very, very long distance. Seriously, looks like he fired the thing like 200-300 feet with pinpoint accuracy, managing to hit the building right behind her. That's very, very impressive and very terrifying. Seriously. Oh, Deku's scary. Deku's scary sometimes. And he acknowledges there are things about Hero Society and the world as a whole that he did not understand before, but that's why he wants to change things. That's why he wants to get to know villains, why he wants to talk to villains, to understand why they chose the path of evil. So that way maybe he can fix things, maybe he can help people down the road so there are less villains to deal with. I mean, yeah, there's always going to be villains like Muscular who just want to watch the whole world burn, but other villains like Toga and Twice could have gone down very different pathways if there was just someone by their side to lend them a helping hand, to support them through the difficult time in their lives. I mean, they truly could have been heroes. Toga would make a very, very interesting hero. I would love to see that, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just really curious to see what Deku ends up doing down the road, what kind of Hero Society he ends up creating after he defeats All For One, so very, very curious. But please, let me tell us down below, what do you think Deku's going to do differently? How is he going to change Hero Society in a way that All Might couldn't? And what exactly is Lady Nagant going to do next? Is she actually going to fire at Overhaul? Is she actually going to try and kill him? Is he just here to be human hostage? Because it feels like she's too good a person to actually do that. I mean, yes, Overhaul is a monster, an awful person, but he has basically gone insane and is completely and utterly helpless right now, so that just seems very, very unlikely. Though, on the other hand, she'd kill everyone the government told her to, even if they hadn't yet committed any crimes, which, oh boy, that's just a whole bag of worms right there. But yeah, link those down below. Be sure to like and share this video, and until then, peace!